Hi Scorpio, welcome to my channel, The Fool's Journey Tarot. Today is October 1st, 2019. Happy October. This is a general love reading for the beginning of the month. It can pertain to any relationship, love, family, co-workers, friends, enemies, exes, you name it. Situations and or circumstances you may be dealing with. So be flexible with the energy. Take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. I am going to get started after one more shuffle and a cut, Scorpio, and we'll see what's going on with you today. Scorpio, in your underlying energy, we have the Chariot paired with the Two of Swords. The Nine of Swords in reverse with the King of Pentacles. The Knight of Cups, Seven of Cups in reverse, Judgment paired with the Queen of Wands in reverse. Okay, let me get going with my next deck here and we'll see what's going on with you, Scorpio. So I do feel like your energy is the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is someone who is grounded, loyal, caring, considerate, responsible. This can be a family man. And I say man because it's a king, but remember, be flexible with the energy. Just because it's a king doesn't mean this cannot mean that you are embodying this energy. This is someone who takes care of the people that they love, takes responsibility for their actions, and wants to do the right thing. You have another energy on the table here, the Queen of Wands in reverse. The Queen of Wands in reverse feels like an external energy to you, Scorpio. This is somebody that you're dealing with. The Queen of Wands can be somebody who is very energetic, outgoing, has a lot going on, could be very good looking. Someone who is very social, who likes to take charge, who likes to get things done, who likes to be a leader, or be looked at as a leader, someone who's influential. However, when she is in the reverse, this person can be overly demanding, someone who can be jealous or who takes charge but in a manipulative way, perhaps, or somebody who is just not behaving very kosher, someone who is maybe being a little selfish in their actions. I think that you've made some decisions regarding this person. You may have come to terms with how this person is or what they mean to you. Let's see what else we get on the table, clarifying some of these cards. Chariot's clarified by the Eight of Wands in reverse. Two of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Cups in reverse. Nine of Wands in reverse. Justice in reverse. Clarifying your energy, King of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Hermit, Empress in reverse, and the Page of Wands. Okay, let's take a closer look at this. So I want to go to this energy first. So we talked about the Queen of Wands already, and when she's in the reverse, she can be someone who is kind of all about her taking action to make sure her needs are met. She's paired with Judgment and the Empress in reverse. Empress in reverse can indicate selfishness. It can also indicate someone who's working on themselves, but with this set of cards, it feels like you've determined that this person's actions or how they've behaved within a relationship has been selfish. You might be moving toward communicating that with this person, with the Page of Wands, sending this message or speaking to them about this, about their behavior. If you're in a relationship with this person, or you have been in a relationship with this person, I think, again, you are moving toward communicating how you feel, maybe how they've made you feel in the past or within this relationship. You put a lot of thought into this. You have a clear understanding of where you stand, how you feel about this Queen of Wands. You may still be in hermit mode to a certain extent, thinking about this relationship, trying to come to terms with some decisions you need to make regarding this relationship. I do feel, Scorpio, that you feel there's been some kind of injustice surrounding you and this person. Justice in reverse, clarifying your energy. That you were mistreated or not treated well, or something happened that maybe you feel was abusive. And I feel like you've been in your head about this. You may have battled this for a while. Maybe you've battled these feelings, feeling like you were treated unjustly, but maybe you're feeling like it was your fault or that you had something to do with it. But I think you're coming out of that energy realizing that something about this Queen of Wands and her actions may have been unjust for you or toward you. You currently aren't making any movement toward either communicating this or making your feelings known. I feel like with the Two of Swords here that you want to communicate or want to make a decision regarding this person and this relationship, or just talking to this person about how they've behaved or how they've treated you. This person can be a love interest of yours. It can be a friend, family member, co-worker. We have the Knight of Cups on the table, so there is definite love between you and this person, or at least you care about one another or have cared about this person in the past, if not present. And I do believe you want to communicate that. You want to let this person know that you do have love for them, that you do care for them, but I do feel like they've mistreated you in some way. And for selfish reasons, let's get some more cards on the table and see what else is going on within this relationship. For Scorpio, Three of Wands in reverse, Five of Wands in reverse. So you've been trying to work with this person. I feel like you've been trying to maybe establish solid ground with this person, but there's been conflict that you'd like to move away from within this relationship. You may have thought at one time that you wanted to work with this person. Now you've decided that you don't, that there's too much conflict, that it's not something that you want anymore. Seven of Cups in reverse. I do feel like you've come to terms with how you feel. And I do feel like you feel like this person's been unjust towards you. And you've been working to make things right, but it may not have been fruitful for you to work with this person. Knight of Cups came out again. Page of Swords also came out again. Okay, so let's look at these cards since we got some repeats. We also have the Nine of Wands twice, once in the reverse and once in the upright. So I do feel like you have been trying to make this work, Scorpio. You've been trying to make this work with this person. You do have love for them. Again, this could be a romantic relationship, although it's not feeling romantic to me right now. I do feel like this could be a friendship or a family member of yours that you've been trying to work with. You may have been trying to start something with them, make plans regarding maybe a new opportunity for both of you, or just trying to work with them on some kind of situation you're both in. You do have love for this person. I do feel like you've been wanting to hang on to this relationship and make it work. And I think that you want to communicate that to this Queen of Wands. But this Queen of Wands, again, we have the Magician in reverse. So there's been some kind of manipulation or misdeeds or some abuse. And I don't mean abuse, you know, in necessarily a physical way. But I feel like this person's been selfish in their actions. And it's resulted in some injustice for you within this relationship. And you have a clear understanding now of why things were not necessarily going well within this relationship, or what this person was doing and why things were not maybe so smooth within the relationship. I do feel like you want to communicate that you love this person and you may want to work on things with them, but you want to get out of this conflict with them. There's some kind of conflict here. And I do feel like it has to do with their behavior. This Queen of Wands feels like a selfish individual who may be acting that way and messing things up within the relationship. And you may be trying to figure out how to communicate your feelings to this person, because telling somebody, hey, you're selfish and you're messing things up for us is, you know, that's not really necessarily the best way to go if you're trying to make things work within a relationship. But I do feel like you want to confront this person and let them know that how you feel and how you feel about how they've been acting. Let's see what else we can get on the table for you, Scorpio. So at this point in time, there's some delays, that you are not moving forward within this relationship. You are not trying to work with this person right now, because I do feel like you are trying to work through things in your head, figure out how to approach this person and speak with them in a compassionate way and a responsible way, because you are showing up as the King of Pentacles with the Hierophant clarifying your energy. So you are in the right, Scorpio. That's what this is telling me. You are in the right about this injustice within this relationship. And right now I think you want to salvage the relationship, but you also want to communicate how you feel regarding how this person has been acting. Maybe what their actions have, what kind of injustices their actions have caused, or their selfish needs within this relationship, that it's beaten you down, it's made you feel maybe like you want to walk away. But I do feel like you're hanging on, that you want to communicate this to this person, these things to this person, without maybe losing this relationship. You don't want to make things worse, but you do want to let them know how you feel, and that you want things to be better for you and this person. So let's see what else we get for you, Scorpio. This person's actions have maybe made you fall out of, if this is a romantic situation, maybe you've fallen out of love with them to a certain extent, or lost some respect for them. You have the High Priestess clarifying the Hermit. So you've definitely done a lot of soul searching regarding this relationship and what has gone wrong. There's been some imbalance. We have the Seven of Swords clarifying the Page of Wands. I think this person has possibly been deceitful or even lied to you, maybe regarding their love for you. Eight of Swords, clarifying the Empress in reverse. They may have made you feel trapped by their selfish needs or selfish demands. And I do believe you really want to communicate with this person about how you've been feeling and make things right. There may have been in the past this idea that this person, possibly you and this person had a solid relationship, that you were each other's 10 of Cups, that there was a lot of love. There may still be, but I feel like something needs to be fixed in this relationship, and I feel like you want to communicate that. Three of Swords in your underlying energy. So right now, as it stands, there's some heartbreak regarding this person and their actions. There's you again. King of Pentacles. So you're trying to make a decision. Where do you go from here? And you're having a little bit of internal struggle with this. Deciding, A, what's the right thing to do, and B, what's right for me. If you're hearing a bell, by the way, that's my daughter's bird ringing her bell in her cage right now. She probably wants to come out, but I'm busy at the moment. Justice came out and they were upright again. Okay, so this person, I do feel like this is definitely a significant relationship for you. You have a Two of Cups that came out, clarifying these cards along with Judgment and the Page of Swords. So I do feel like you want to communicate that this person is significant to you, that you care deeply for them, but you are trapped right now by their behavior, their selfishness, maybe their demands, their needs, their wants, their desires. They're so focused on themselves that they aren't being an equal partner. There's a lack of compassion from this person, a lack of compromise. Two of Swords in reverse, and again some deceit, some misdeeds, some sneaky behavior, maybe just trying to get away with shit is what I'm feeling. This person, I do feel like you still have a lot of love for this person, but it's waning, or it's starting to wane. You're starting to feel less and less like being involved with this person. King of Cups is your energy in reverse because of the injustice. And you feel like you've been doing the right things, saying the right things, acting the right way, taking care of this person, being the responsible party within this relationship. You do have positive energy surrounding you, Scorpio. So if you're watching this reading for some clarity on whether or not you've been behaving the right way or taking the right actions or saying the right things, according to what I see in the cards, you have been. There's been imbalance with this love, however, and I do feel like you've been battling it for quite a while. I do feel like you feel this is the last battle, you're at your wit's end. You want to communicate and let them know that you're trying to make this work, but if they don't see things more clearly on how they've been behaving and how they've been treating you, the Tower is coming for them. I do feel that this person has love for you, but again, they've been manipulative in the relationship. And I think it's clear to both you and this person. I think this person knows how they've been behaving, which is a little confusing because you'd think that they would change if they saw that their behavior was this poor and was threatening the stability of the relationship, which is what it feels like to me. You are feeling a lack of hope feeling like you might be done with this, and maybe even communicating. Of course, this may be in the past also. You may have gone through some times when you wanted to give up, when you were just sick and tired of being in your head about it, and you're more clear about how you feel about this person and how you feel within this relationship, and you may have wanted to throw in the towel in the past. At this point in time, you might still be on that same path where you're just trying to figure out a way how to approach this person and let them know how you're feeling, because there's a lot of heartbreak. But you're at a standstill right now because I do believe that you do not know what actions to take at this point in time on how to make things work for you and this person, Scorpio. I'm going to try to get a few more cards on this Queen of Wands before I do my last round and see if I can't get any clarity on how they're feeling. I do feel that they have love for you. I do feel that although they have maybe been deceitful towards you in the past, or sneaky, or had a clear understanding that their behavior was wrong or poor, or they weren't compassionate towards you, that there is still a lack of compromise. They don't necessarily feel like they're going to change their ways, but they do have love for you. Knight of Cups, Queen of Cups. They may be perfectly happy with how things are, which leaves the ball in your court, because then you have to decide, are you happy with the way things are? And it doesn't look like you are. Let me get a couple more cards on this Queen of Wands, and then I'll do one last round for Scorpio and get some clarity on the Queen of Wands. Ace of Cups in reverse. I feel that if you communicate what you're feeling, Scorpio, that it may result in lost love. And I think that's where you are right now. I feel like you're having some internal conflict on how to communicate with this person, because I think you know that once you tell them how you feel about how they've been acting, that you might lose them. I don't think, based on what I'm seeing in the cards, I don't think this person is willing to change or wants to change. So we have the Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Wheel of Fortune in reverse, the World in reverse, and the Five of Cups in reverse, all clarifying this Queen of Wands. This tells me, and this was also clarifying the Ace of Cups in reverse. I think that this person, if you communicate with them, at least if you communicate with them right now, with the way things stand, that you're looking at separation, that you're looking at, if you're married to this person, divorce. If this is a close friend, you're looking at losing a friendship, that it was long overdue, that it probably needs to end. If you communicate how you're feeling to this person, if you're willing to put up with their shenanigans, I think this person will stick it out with you because they do have love for you. But I also feel like they may have love for you because you're putting up with their shenanigans. I also feel that if this person, if you do communicate with them how you're feeling, if you do tell them how you're feeling and pass judgment on them, first of all, you're right about how they're acting. But if you tell them that in plain words, in plain language, they will probably turn on you because they're not necessarily willing to hear this about themselves. I don't know that they want to hear the truth, because I think that this person, this Queen of Wands, is perfectly happy being the selfish person that they are. You know what? I hate to be this harsh towards someone I feel, Scorpio, that you do have love for. But this person doesn't feel like they're going to change to me. And I do feel like if you confront them about this behavior, they will blatantly say, this is who I am, this is how I am. If you don't love me the way I am, then goodbye. I hate to say that definitively, but that's what it feels like. with the cards that are on the table. And I do feel like that's part of the reason why you're in standstill mode, why you're in hermit mode, why you're deep in thought regarding this relationship, because you know that if you approach them and you talk to them about what's been going on and how you feel that they've been behaving, that you know what the response will be. And so you're holding off. So this is a matter of you deciding what you're willing to put up with, Scorpio. That's what I see. What are you willing to put up with? How much do you love this person? Because they're not going to change based on what I see in the cards. So 10 of Fire with the 2 of Wisdom, or the High Priestess in reverse. This is about deciding whether or not to talk. Are you going to hold this information inside and just accept this as your destiny? This is how your relationship is going to be. Or are you going to talk to this person and change your destiny within this relationship or with this person altogether? So we have a lot of cards on communication. This is all about you making a decision whether or not to communicate or build walls. If you communicate, you cannot mince words. You're going to need to speak clearly, because this card is all about miscommunication, misunderstandings. This one's about building walls or creating bitterness due to communication or what is communicated. So you need to be clear with your words. This person may not, like I said, be willing to hear or want to hear what you have to say. I do feel like you do want to communicate, but again, you've got to be very particular about your words and clear and concise. And I know you want to be compassionate, but I don't feel like this person's going to react well. So you may need to decide, do I even want to bother with this, or do I just turn my back on this relationship? Do I walk now? This person right now does have love for you. They are hanging on to this relationship, but they like it the way it is, Scorpio. They don't want it to change. So how you feel about this person is, you know, you're feeling like they're acting unjustly towards you. They're being selfish. They're being sneaky. They might even be lying to you about certain things. I never like the 7 of Swords when it comes out. Well, I take that back. There's been times when it's been in a reading where someone has to be a little sneaky or a little bit quiet about things in order to not to reveal secrets too soon. That kind of thing is not necessarily damaging. But this person is not an honest person, and it's in their nature not to be honest. But they do have love for you, and the reason they have love for you is because they like things the way they are. And they want to keep things the way they are. According to the cards. I'm just the messenger. So, Scorpio, I'm going to leave that here. I hope that this was helpful for you. If you do move forward with this relationship, again, be careful with how you approach this person and what words you use, and you might want to go in with a neutral stance. Try not to go into this with a lot of negative emotions, or being too accusatory. If you're trying to save this relationship, it's probably going to take more than you just talking to this person and telling them how you feel about how they've been treating you. Because they might need to do some growing. They might need to do some inner work themselves in order to change who they are and how they've been towards you, because they're not being an equal partner. They may love you, but they're not treating you very well. So I'm going to leave that there, Scorpio. I hope that helped, and I hope that I see you again soon. Bye, Scorpio. Take care.